permission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday. It's 6 p.m. It's the ThinkSoJoE Show. Laura, nobody's forcing you to listen. You can tune out right now if you'd like. Unless maybe the government over there is like, maybe it's mandatory in Europe.
Maybe it's punishment.
Yeah. Or it's mandatory fun, like Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh man.
Anyway, hey, we're here. Yeah.
Was that your Popeye introduction?
Maybe. I don't know. This is
how it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was.
All right. Hey guys, look, the camera is straight.
Yeah.
It's level.
But now it looks like it's not because I'm so much shorter than you.
Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, you're not. I guess.
Can my chair go taller?
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit, it can.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's the thing. Mine's a little bit higher, I think, because
now I fell down.
Karina doesn't know how to operate a chair.
I really. Ow.
Maybe we'll figure this out during a song break.
Listen, we're figuring it out now. That's better. Look at how much better that is. Wow.
Okay, yeah. Hey, look, you're almost as tall as me now. But
I'm a big kid now.
Should we go to the lower thirds again? So now they're like actually like in a.
Can
let's give you lower thirds again. There. Look at that. Hey. All right. Anyways.
You have my Twitter handle on there. I don't know the last time I was on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll get on that.
That's what you do nowadays. You put your Twitter handle on your lower thirds.
I'm not the president.
So
I don't need to do that.
No, I mean, if you were the president, you'd be on there spewing nonsense all the time about Law and Order, and like nobody fucking watches Law and Order. Is that the one with Ice-T on it? Which one's the one with Ice-T? Is that Law and Order?
But my mom really likes that show.
I don't know.
Yeah.
One with Ice-T. I don't know. Give me NCIS because you got that what's the character's name? The goth girl.
The gothic chick. I don't know her name, but anyway, she's adorable.
I just did a voiceover for Awesome a couple of weeks ago about that show. So you think I would know, but
of course.
I do so much work. I don't remember things.
They're just words.
They're just words.
Yeah.
Just finished a book this morning. I got 4. I finished it so I'm like sitting here last night. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to do just what I did on Monday night. I'm going to watch wrestling. I'm going to watch hockey. Then I'm going to jump straight into recording this book. And then I'll do all my Fiverr stuff after I do Slat Rock.
Right.
Hockey went to double overtime.
Oh, shit.
So I recorded a chapter like in between overtimes. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I got to get this done because it's supposed to be done like tonight.
How much time is between overtimes?
20 minutes.
Okay, so that's enough time to get something done.
So I got a chapter done, and I came back on. I had the game on in the booth. So I'm like, all right, if it comes back, like, I'll know I can, pause this and go back. So I was watching the game while I'm recording this book. And finally, the game ended, and the Islanders won, so there's a game tomorrow night now, too, Game 6. And so then I went, I finished the book, and I, did all my edits and everything while I'm waiting for, Slat Rock script. And I messaged, emailed my client, and I'm like, hey, man, this is done. I'll send you an invoice. Just, pay me, and I'll send you the script, send you the files. So I woke up this morning to, a bunch of money in my PayPal account. And
oh, that doesn't suck.
No, it doesn't. And then I bought an Iron Maiden record, I think. I don't know. I saw one of my friends was like, hey, I'm selling all these records. And I'm like, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
And he's like, few people are interested in that, but if you can PayPal me like right now, like, yeah, okay, cool, dude. Sure.
That works.
Yeah, I can PayPal you right now. I got money in my PayPal account.
Yeah.
This is after I spent $600 yesterday.
Did you want to say it?
Dude, I'm getting a Dell. I said I would say it. It was in my description of the show that I would be spewing 90s advertising slogans at you. So, dude, I'm getting a Dell.
Do you have more in stock?
No, that was it was specifically that one that I was gonna, because I am legit getting a Dell computer.
I know.
So
I know.
yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I finally was like, okay, you know what? I've been looking at laptops on Slick Deals, and I've been seeing some, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll buy that one. Maybe I'll buy that one. And they've all been like $300 range.
Okay.
And so I'm like, you know, finally I kind of decided after last week's show, because we were talking about me potentially getting a laptop, I started thinking about it like, all right, I need to see. There's the Adele joke from Jasmine in the comments there. But I figure, you know, this is something I should really think about. And I started looking, and I'm like, you know what, I want to spend like $500. And then as I'm looking, I'm like, you know what, maybe I want to spend $600. And so I got a $700 laptop. But I only spent after tax $612. Shipping was free, but after tax was like $612 because there was a 17% off deal at Dell's website.
17% off.
Don't ask me. That's what it was, 17% off. So I'm like, all right.
Discount's a discount, I suppose.
I mean, off of $17 off of $700, that's over $100 of a discount.
Okay.
So,
but still, what an exact number! Like,
it's weird. I don't know.
15% sounds more alluring because it's a round number.
But if anybody's looking for a laptop or a computer, or desktop or whatever, you could go on Dell's website, and their Dell Inspiron and XPS desktops and laptops are on sale right now with promo code SAVE17. We're not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But yeah, I decided to take them up on that and buy a halfway decent laptop. So, my other laptop, it was a $300 laptop that's just from when like Windows 10 was coming out. So it's got like 4 gigs of RAM, if that. And like a single core processor. Fuck it, I need a better laptop because I want to start doing remote live streams once I'm able to get back with my band. Maybe get that going.
That would be really nice.
Now a lot of people are saying that as of October 1st, you can't do live streams with music on Facebook, and those people are wrong. What the new terms and conditions are, it's going to affect this podcast, I think. I think we're not going to be able to do this on Facebook Live.
Oh, bummer.
So we're going to be back to just YouTube and all WNY. Because we don't own the rights to a lot of this music that we're playing. We have, the artists know we're playing them.
Right.
And we basically have permission to play them.
Most of the time.
Nobody's ever been like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You can't do that. So
yeah, no one's been like, I'd rather you not.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather you not help promote my music for free.
Right. I think all the artists understand that what we're doing is, trying to promote them and get the words out about them. So I don't think anybody's really upset that we're playing their music on the show.
Right.
However, the wording of the Facebook terms is, songs that are you can't play unlicensed music. So we don't have the license for these songs. So we're not going to be able to do them on Facebook, I don't think. I think it'll affect this show, but I don't think it's going to affect bands as much as they think it's going to. Yeah. In a sense of, like, if you're playing original music that you wrote, that you have the rights to, that's fine. If you're playing a cover song that you're paying a licensing fee for, that's fine.
Right.
If you're just going on there and you're just playing a random cover that you've never released, you never paid a licensing fee on, you're probably going to get your shit taken down.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's not that the rules are becoming more strict, it's that they're becoming more enforced.
Yeah.
It is not a DuckTales shirt. It is a Born in the 80s shirt, but Karina's been watching DuckTales.
It's been a while, but I was on a DuckTales binge.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back on Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happened, really.
I don't know either. All I know is I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I hear Adventure Time and I'm like, what the fuck, again?
Yes, again.
Laura wants to know about your favorite cookie.
My favorite cookie is probably the Stoner Snack which I will be making some of next week for Nikki and Kevin.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Who were supposed to be here yesterday.
Oh, they were here for a second.
Well, they were in Buffalo, but they weren't here.
Right.
They were here. They were in Buffalo, and they're like, "Oh shit, we forgot all the shit we needed to bring to Buffalo, so we need to go
toiletries,
drive back home 6 hours to Jersey and come back." So,
thank goodness they had each other, though.
yeah. Yeah, a road trip is never a bad thing when you're with
No.
people you really have fun being around. Like my best friend Turtle, whose birthday is today.
Happy birthday, Turtle.
He's not watching the show.
No,
he never does.
No,
but just in case, hey, happy birthday, Turtle.
I sent him a thingy on Facebook.
I always post publicly on his birthday.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you know my buddy Turtle, leave him a happy birthday today.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
So it's Turtle's birthday.
It is Turtle's birthday.
How did Turtle get his name?
Because he looks like a turtle.
I have no idea what he looks like, but now I do.
Yeah.
Because his profile picture is just a turtle. But I guess that was him.
See, I thought this shirt was playing off of like Raiders of the Lost Ark, like Indiana Jones.
I think that it is.
And Scott's saying that it's DuckTales.
Well, I think DuckTales kind of played on...
Which is probably true. Yes.
Yeah. But it does look like DuckTales now that...
By the way...
It's pointed out.
If you haven't seen it yet, there's a trailer for the new Animaniacs.
Oh, there is.
It's just like a behind the scenes showing all the voice actors, and it's all the same voice actors from before. So it's Tress MacNeille and Jess Hartnell and Rob Paulson.
Okay.
And of course Maurice LaMarche playing the brain.
Okay.
And I'm so looking forward to this.
Yes. I need to see this like right after the show. Will you show it to
me? I retweeted it on Twitter, so if you're following me at ThinkSoJoe.
I am following you, but I never use my Twitter.
It'll probably be the first thing when you open up Twitter. You just scroll it because like you're following me, and I don't know who else you're following, but
I just follow.
Okay.
I really do like.
I don't know who half the people I'm following are. I'm like, where did this person come from?
Yeah, like bands or companies I follow.
I follow
like
Donald
that.
Trump.
I know you do. It would infuriate me. I mean, just that I have to like hear about him on the news and stuff like that infuriates me to the point that I get a tummy ache.
Well, you see, I follow him on Twitter and then I reply to him sometimes.
See,
because he's a fucking idiot.
I know.
Scott says same font, same coloring, and he thinks the fact he associated it with DuckTales instead of Raiders of the Lost Ark says something about him. Well, Scott's over there playing all them 80s video games. He got a couple of arcade 1-up cabinets. Not the cabinets, but he got like the countercades. Mm-hmm. Or I don't even think it was the countercade. He got the smallest one. Like it's supposed to like you can hang it over your door.
Oh shit! Tiny.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's like probably the only way I could fit another arcade machine in here.
Yeah. Unless you got rid of your records.
Not happening. Not happening. We just passed 200 over the past week.
Really?
Yeah, we're over 200 now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how many are Metallica records?
Quite a few actually. Almost a whole crate.
Yeah.
Almost.
If you had to guess a number, what would you guess?
Let's see. Well, there's 10 studio albums, so that's 11 right there because I have 2 copies of Ride the Lightning.
Oh.
Okay, and then you've got let's see, S&M 1, S&M 2, Garage Inc. So we're at 14, and I don't. Oh, and Garage Days, so 15. Yeah. 15 at least.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
How many ska records do you think you have?
I don't know. I got a few.
You do have quite a few.
I got some Real Big Fish. I got the Fuss. I got what's that guy? King Hammond. Is that what that guy's name was?
I think so. You have those, yeah.
I got the Scotalites.
You have
Mighty
that
Mighty Boss
compilation.
Tones. There's that compilation disc. We got a bunch of ska at that one from that one deal.
Oh
but
my
like
gosh, that
Mephistopheles and what's the other ones? The Toasters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got the Toasters in there. Yeah, I guess there's a bunch of ska.
I know.
I got Buy Me a Condo by Weird Al Yankovic. That's ska.
Yeah, it is. I just heard it for the first time.
You were sitting in here, so it's like, all right, and I'm watching a Weird Al Tiny Desk concerts from NPR from like 10 years ago, and I'm just like, oh, here, we got to do this. you got to hear this song. Laura says she knows how we can fit an arcade machine in. I have to move out.
It would be Pac-Man then.
Yeah.
I would replace one man with another.
I might. Part of me wants to buy the Mortal Kombat one.
Do they have a Tetris one?
No. Well,
Why?
so there is, a different. It's a different company that makes this. It's not Arcade 1-Up.
Okay.
And it's like the Legends, the At Games Legends or something like that. But I don't think they've actually licensed any of these games that are actually on this thing.
Oh.
But they're selling it at like fucking Target and Home Depot and shit. So like,
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Well, I would approve.
But
of
it does
a
have Tetris.
Game. I would approve of that.
But I'm wondering what Tetris.
I don't even care, to be honest. They're all good.
But I mean, like, is it the arcade Tetris? Because it is in an arcade cabinet.
True.
So I would, if I'm going to do that, I want the arcade Tetris.
Yeah, yeah.
But given that, like, half the other games are, like, Sega Genesis games, I would imagine it's probably one of the Nintendo versions.
Okay.
But I kind of want the Mortal Kombat. Like, if I see it again for $200...
Well, why don't you...
Because I didn't buy it when it was $200.
Why don't you go get the Tekken Combat that they have at Casa de Francesco or whatever?
One, that is just a blasphemous thing to do. Is to take your Mortal Kombat 2 machine and replace it with fucking Tekken. 2, it's an actual arcade machine, so that'll cost like a couple of grand, I'm sure.
But maybe because they ruined it because they put Tekken in it.
I was watching this great documentary the other day, and if and technically you have to be in California to watch this documentary. Right now, anyway, because it's part of the San Francisco documentary film festival that's like streaming online right now.
Okay, cool.
And it's called Insert Coin, and it's all about the Midway.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Nobody's talking to you, Google. It's all about the Midway arcade games, like starting from like.
Kevin's here.
Yay, Kevin's here. Starting from like the early days of like arch rivals and stuff like that, and then going forward into like NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat, and all the games past that they did, like Cruising USA, and it's a fantastic documentary if you like documentaries and you like video games. Okay. Which of course I love documentaries. I love Midway arcade games. Mm-hmm. So that was just like, okay, have to watch this. And it's $10, and you can. Goodbye, Laura. Anyway, it's $10, and you can. You have to have like a VPN or something to tell it that you're in the Silicon Valley or whatever. I tried it from like the LA server and it wouldn't let me, but when I tried it from Silicon Valley server in San Francisco, it's like, oh, okay, you're here. You can watch this movie. I'm like, all right, cool. And like and I'll tell you, the documentary producers are like all for you doing this. Oh. Because I had actually asked, and they were like, I asked if it was possible, and they're like, we don't know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. They're like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right. And then I pulled out my laptop, I loaded up my VPN, I got on there, I paid my $10, I watched the movie. I'm like, hey guys, this is a great movie. Yeah, it works. You have to set it to San Francisco. Not a pirate. I paid for my content.
Yeah, you did. You just had a roundabout way of doing it.
I paid for my content. I would definitely pay for that some more. That was a good movie. I'll buy it when it comes out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
We don't buy a lot of movies.
No.
We really don't.
was good stuff. It was, I like a good documentary, though. The most recent movie I actually purchased was a documentary.
What was it?
Exit Through the Gift Shop, which is about Banksy. And if you go on Facebook, I don't know if this video's out yet, on YouTube, rather. I don't know if this video's out yet, but for the channel Incredibles, I just did a whole video about who Banksy might be.
Oh.
So go.
Which was probably rather exciting for you.
Absolutely. And I love working for that channel, the channel Incredibles, mostly because it pays like half the rent every month.
Well, thank you, Incredibles.
And I'm not, and because it's a longtime client of mine, I said, hey man, until you're monetized, you're only paying this much.
Oh.
And he last month was like, hey, can I pay you more?
Aw. Why?
Sure, why not?
But why? Laura's Banksy, I knew it.
Well, she's in there. She's in that area there. But he offered to pay me more because he's like, oh, hey, we're getting close and we're getting a lot of buzz on Facebook. Can I pay you? I was charging him 10. He's now, can I pay you 20 a video?
Oh.
And I'm like, well.
Twist my arm about that.
Well, so what I did was, it was like towards the end of the month. I'm like, let me finish these videos that you've already sent me, and I'll only charge you 10 for these, and then starting next month we'll start charging 20 or whatever. So, but yeah, I got to do a video about Banksy, and I was super excited about that because, I mean, I love Banksy's art, and even have Banksy art tattooed on me. So,
yeah.
Did I ever tell you a story? I got that print of the same same thing. Did I ever tell you the story about this? So I'm walking,
or the tattoo.
Well, I'm walking up Elmwood like the day after I got this tattoo. And they got those little print, sign shops down there on Elmwood. So we're walking by this one sign shop, and in the window there's this print, and I'm like, why does that look so familiar? And, it's like, oh, that's right, it's on my arm. So I went back like the next day and I bought it.
Yeah.
Because I think they were closed by that point. But I went back like the next day. I'm like, I got to have that Banksy print. Got to have it.
Yeah.
Look,
Well, that's like the reverse of me having to have the tattoo from my blankie.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah.
my favorite piece of art.
We're sitting here before the show, and Karina's adjusting her mic, and she's looking at the camera over there. We've got the feed from the camera, and so it's on like all the time. And she sees her tattoo, her Nirvana tattoo, and she's like, "Where did I get this bruise?" What else did you do? What else did you do before the show that made me laugh? I don't remember. It was something stupid.
I don't know. I've been on a kick today.
Yeah. I don't remember what you did, but you did something, and it was just hilarious.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm always having a good time. Gotta have a good time. No matter what your situation in life, okay? You gotta have a good time. You gotta make the most of any situation. You gotta kind of live in the moment.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, why worry about things that happened yesterday? Why worry about what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going on right now? Right? And even if you're in a bad situation right now, figure out how to make it better. Get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I understand, like, some of these bad situations are hard to get out of and really hard to escape. But, I mean, the best thing you can do for yourself is get out of these bad situations. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. You know what I mean? Is that not good advice?
Yeah.
You think? I mean, so whatever's going on in your life, make the best of it. And if you can't make good of anything that's happening in your life, make good.
Yeah.
And
I kind of feel like if you're not looking out for yourself, you can't look out for other people.
Exactly. So, I mean,
So, unfortunately, you might feel compelled to prioritize other people first, but you have to prioritize yourself, or you can't help anybody else. You can't function if you're not putting yourself first.
Well, so Laura says if someone's in prison, they should get out of it. Obviously, do what you can, legally.
Right.
Not saying break out of prison here. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm saying, try and look at the bright side of things. Like, hey, I'm only in here for X amount more days.
Right.
Months, years, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that all depends on your situation, really.
Or just sit there and reflect on what stupid shit you did to end up there in the first place.
That's kind of the point.
But for the most part,
yeah,
do what try and be happy. You know what I mean? I know for some people that's easier said than done. Depression's a real thing, and depression sucks.
It's so true.
And but I mean, think of try and have kind of a positive mindset, and try and think of positive things that are happening in your life at the time.
Look on the bright side.
Because I'm, look at me. Look how young I look for almost 40. It's because I don't stress. I try my best not to. Sometimes I get stressed, but a lot of the times it's like, okay, well, let me take a breath, let me take a break, and say, what can I do? What is my situation? What is my end goal, and how do I get there from here? I don't think that's bad advice.
No.
That's the best, look at me. I mean, I've been through, 2 divorces. You know what I did when I found out about my second divorce? I was like, okay, can I afford my house? Let me do the math. Okay, I can afford to live here. Cool. All right, now what? What's going on this weekend? Anybody got any plans? Who's any good punk bands playing anywhere? And I went and I saw the Clockers and the Barksdales and Wolf Tickets. I went to a great show Tudor Lounge that weekend because it's like, fuck it. What's done is done. Past is the past.
And the music scene's always going to be there.
Exactly. Now, I have gray hair because I'm old.
I think that I can take some credit for some of the gray hair.
You were blaming yourself last night for some gray hair. I don't remember why, but you were blaming yourself for some gray hair.
I don't know. I've been on a roll. Who knows?
Yeah. Coming up after the break, we've got Mindy Davey, who just signed to Indie On Air Records.
We're so excited
She's been a long-time friend of the show. We've, I met her the same day I met you.
Yes, we have known each other the exact same amount of time.
Yeah, she performed at that awards show that I was presenting at, and you were, I was hosting, and you were helping out at.
Yeah.
And she's had a great story to get even to the point of playing out and playing music. Let alone getting this far and getting signed to a label. It's
amazing. We're very excited and proud of her.
Yeah, so when we get back, we're gonna talk to her about this new signing and her journey to get there. And, well, how that's going to affect our ability to play her music on our show. No. We've been worried about that for quite a while now because she's been doing big things and successful things with big companies. So, lots of great success there and a great story and a great person in general.
Yeah, we love Mindy.
And but we'll be talking to her after the song break, which I launched into that description way too soon because I still got 2 minutes.
Yeah, well.
So
we can.
We can talk about Indentured.
Indentured.
Indentured is a local hardcore punk band, and they've got a new album out called Resistance Etiquette. You can listen to that on Bandcamp. You can get it on cassette and CD. Cassette. If you could believe that, you could get that. Yes, you could get that on cassette.
Wow.
I saw that and I'm like, ooh, I need to get my shit on cassette. Which
I'm not surprised you haven't yet.
I've been sitting on an email from weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and every time
to remind you.
And every time I think about it, it's Friday and the place is closed on Fridays.
Yeah.
So I can't call, or it's just it's just after 4:30 on a Thursday, which is when they close for the weekend. And I'm like, I forgot again. So it's been sitting in there. I got information on getting cassette made. So
That sounds fun.
This might be the first time I've ever actually mentioned this to anybody but you. And
Yeah.
Kevin's listening, so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's been a plan, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it. So, anyway, this is Indentured. This is off the new album, Resistance Etiquette, and the song's called God Collar on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. That was Indentured on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show, a song called God Collar. Karina ran during the song break, and she got me some phone numbers here because we were talking about, living for the moment and trying to get out of bad situations and things like that. So we've got suicide prevention hotline is 1-800-273-8255. The crisis hotline for Buffalo is 716-834-3131. And the National Substance Abuse Hotline, helpline, is 1-800-662-4357. So if you guys need help, go ahead and
I'll let you know that I have had to use some of those phone numbers, and it's been, really, it's hard to talk about, but it's been very helpful to know that someone's there,
And there's also the COVID hotline. If you're concerned you have COVID, you need to get tested. Is that what that is?
No, this is for people who are having a hard time dealing with all the changes.
Okay.
The societal changes and the stresses that are new stresses that, we might need help dealing with, and it's okay to need help.
Anyway, so that number is 1-844-863-9314 if you need that. And I need a phone number from you, so let me hit the phone button there. And
I'm sorry, I can't make it bigger.
That's okay. And
Mindy, we're coming for you.
All right, here we go. We're dialing.
All right.
We're going to get Mindy Davey on the line here. Hopefully, there it goes. It's ringing. This is the fun part of live radio, calling people. Still ringing. She's going to answer.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, it's Karina and Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good.
Congratulations on your signing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's super exciting. So we wanted to, kind of catch up, and gosh, it's been a while since we've actually seen you. I think Music is Art last year.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Post-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID. So back then, all kinds of good stuff was happening for you. It was all really exciting. And now, what is this going to mean for Mindy Davey as a musician?
It's really cool to me. What it means is more opportunities. I've just traveled as much as I could as independent, and I've opened incredible doors and experiences alone just for that. But I think I've realized as I started opening these doors that there's a lot of roadblocks that I faced that now with being signed to indie, I'm allowed now to branch out even further. I have these opportunities that I wouldn't be able to have, without them. So it really just means more opportunities to grow as a family and grow as a fan base. And it's going to be really fun journey.
That's awesome. Let's see. Well, when we met you, we were just talking on and off the air about, we met you, I think it was 2017. Does that sound right, Joe?
Yeah. I could probably tell you the date, except the Sabres Bear's in the way.
Sabres Bear.
January 8th, 2017, all WNY Awards.
Yeah, so you were performing then, Joe was presenting, and I was helping out with the basket raffle. So you're still the same girl, but you've grown so much as an artist. What do you think has really pushed you to grow so much?
I would say, to be honest, the support, the fans, everybody that's been following me on this journey. It's hard. Everybody that knows me from day one, I've been really open and honest about my sobriety and about my journey and just what I go through. And I express that through my music. So I think that connects with a lot of people. And because of that, I hear people all the time reaching out to me like, you're such an inspiration. You motivate me. And I think that really encourages me and keeps me going to just keep going as an artist, keep learning, keep branching, because people out there really depend on me to inspire them and continue to inspire them. And that motivates me to just keep working harder and keep doing what I do, which is just inspiring people and telling my story and, growing along the way, which is really a blessing.
Awesome. So, what are some, I'm sure that things are just in the beginning in the works with indie, but is there anything that you can tell us about any music that you're planning to put out, or any like live stream shows or small shows that we can
for sure
look forward to? What do you got going on?
I actually I released a song called Breaking Out. I think I released it like 6 months ago. But I felt like it wasn't, the song was all about my sobriety and just breaking out from my past and not letting my past control my future anymore. And I just felt like the song wasn't complete. So I ended up actually taking that down. I took that off of all platforms, and I actually redid the song with the producer I worked with at Capitol Records, actually, Nathan Walters. We redid the whole song, and I actually waited till I actually signed with my label now, and we're going to be releasing that song here probably in the next month. And then, of course, I'm in the works of making my album, which is Destiny. So we're going to be, releasing that. And I know just from right now, just being signed a couple of days, we've been working like nonstop trying to get things set up. And 2021 is going to be a big year, I think.
Awesome.
Live shows. I'm sure you guys know COVID's kind of shut down quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of just planning things out for 2021 right now and making music. That's kind of what I'm focusing on.
I think being flexible and staying on top of technology are both going to be really important with moving forward. for
Oh, yeah.
everybody in every aspect of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But so you're getting ready to record, you said?
Yeah, well, I have my home studio. I invested in my
awesome.
own equipment, so I actually record a lot of my stuff inside my house, and then
That's awesome.
yeah, I send it over to producers and stuff. You know, with COVID, you have to work around things. You know, so
Yep.
it's like I decided to invest in equipment and kind of get to work here, and I'm able to write and produce, which is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna be producing some stuff here, and we worked with Nathan on the new Breaking Out. So my new version of Breaking Out is going to be dropping very, very soon. I think, and at least next month. I want to make a music video for that first, though.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you have plans for a music video, or is this still bubbling
Well,
here?
The cool thing is I have my own equipment for video stuff too. I decided to invest in my own stuff because I've as an artist I've realized there's a lot of companies that you work with and people you work with, and sometimes they're not flexible with the artist where you can't express yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to invest in my own stuff, and we have our own team now with our label that we're going to be actually producing our own. So I'm actually in the process right now of writing the script with everyone and getting that together because, for me, I think the most important thing for me is I don't just express myself through my music. I actually express myself through video too. If you guys notice, I really like to make sure the message is not only there in the song, but in the video as well. I think that's important.
I think with popular music, that's kind of more important than getting artistic with some of the more alternative music. Is keeping that same message through all the mediums that you're expressing yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
So is that album all written, or is that kind of as you go along?
So I'm kind of just doing it as I go along. I have so many songs that I write, daily, and I produce daily, but it's like it's hard to choose what song I really want to vibe with, or I think that the supporters and the fans are going to vibe with, and so it's like I'm really kind of just vibe. I always say destiny is meant to be. That's why I named the album that. So I basically just wake up every day, and if I vibe with that song, it's like right away as a musician, you can tell like this is the song. This is the song I want to put on the album. So I'm not really rushing it. Usually I rush, not really rushed, but I had deadlines, and I really just wanted to put music out. But I think right now I'm in the process of just really making something awesome, and then just taking my time with it and putting amazing projects out.
That's great.
At the end of the day, it's my most important thing.
Awesome. So let's switch gears here a little bit. Let's talk about your more personal life. Your family. How is your family coping with COVID? Because I know you have a school-age kid, right?
Yep.
And you are fairly newly married. So have you been affected work-wise? How is school going? I know it's only a few days in. How's that stuff?
It's been difficult, it's hard because being a musician, and a mom, it's definitely a hard, definitely a hard thing. But I have a schedule now where, homeschooling, it's actually, to be honest, it's easier for me, cause I homeschool during the day, and then, at night I'm doing all my projects, but even during the day, I'm working. So it's a multitask thing, but I think I have this system down where you just got to keep going. You just got to. You can't do much about it. You just got to keep going with the bumps in the road and, hope for the best. And it's been going good. It's been going really good, actually.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing from my perspective about you is that nothing is ever going to stop you. You've been through so much, even in the short time I've known you, and I knew you like after a lot of the bigger problems in your life. Like even since I've known you, you've really you've taken everything in stride. You've gotten over every obstacle, and you've just kept going, and got from like playing in front of nobody at Mr. Goodbar to open up, signing up with Indie On Air Records, which I think I think is just incredible. Just your progress in just the 3 years that I've known you.
Right.
Thank you. I always say to people, I think the most important thing is people sometimes they hit roadblocks in life, and then they think there's no way around it, and then they just kind of throw in the towel. And it's like, for me, there's so many roadblocks, like hundreds of roadblocks I hit. Probably in one day I hit hundreds of roadblocks, but it's like at the end of the day, you guys got to remember there's not one roadblock that you can't get over. You can always figure out a way to get over it. So it's like, that's what I think has gotten me through. And as far as I have, there's always ways to figure things out. And I just do just that. And it's never failed me yet. So
like I was saying just the same thing right before that last song break before we called you. And, but yeah, do you think maybe like some of your drug issues and things like that and getting over those, do you think that helps you kind of get over all these obstacles that you're bumping into as you go along?
Yeah, I think it definitely has helped. It definitely was a hard road, and it definitely made me stronger as a person, mentally and physically. So I think that definitely plays a huge role in it. But even now, I'm still learning, I'm still growing. As you guys said 3 years ago, I was a whole different person. I was this little kid stepping on stage at Goodbar, like so scared, and it's like my confidence level has come through, and I'm finally, I think I've for the first time found who I am as a person, and I think definitely that played a huge part. It's just the strong person I am today, so it's a blessing.
Awesome. So you have your Mindy's Minions group on Facebook. What do you want through all these hard times with, civil unrest and quarantine and, just everything that's, the big election and all this crap that's happening? What do you want your fans, what do you want them to keep in mind to get them through all of these confusing times?
I think in life there's going to be so much differences. There's going to be, we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different opinions, and I think at the end of the day, you're always going to have hate. You're always going to have negativity. And I always just say, think positive, spread love. Accept other people's opinions, accept other people's differences, and learn to love each other. I always just see so much hate, and I feel like the more love and the more, positivity that we express and that we give out, I feel like that overpowers the hate any day. So just stay positive. I feel it's easy to get caught up in the negativity. You go on Facebook nowadays, that's all you see on your timeline sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
Negative stories, and it's like, then you just want to shut your phone off and not go on there all day.
Right.
So I try to spread as much positivity on my timeline as I can, every day, because I feel like that it outweighs the hate. So just keep spreading love, guys. I feel like that shuts out that hate, any day. So
awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we agree with you on that, definitely.
Yeah.
So you just played Music is Art over the weekend. How did that go? I didn't get a chance to catch any of it. So
man, it was different, I'm sure you guys know how it is in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Music is Art is it's crazy every year. You know, it's one of my favorite festivals, is being able to see everything that, you know, Robbie Tracy and the crew put together. So it was a little different this year, having to do virtual, you know, but we did it. Everybody, I got to give kudos out to everybody at Music is Arts, because technology wise, they had to really put their heads together to put this crazy show on and still make it happen, which was fun. So yeah, it was a cool experience to be a part of, you know, different.
Was it
Definitely
hard?
different.
Was it hard for you? Like this, there was no audience, right?
Yeah, I actually performed at my house. I wasn't able to make it downtown. So basically, I have my own like audio system and stuff. So I was able to hook up to OBS and just kind of like perform here, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different. It's, you know, I think now as a musician, I'm always used to performing to my phone, you know, especially with COVID. So it's like, it was a little bit of the same, you know, same thing that I'm always used to, but definitely different with the Music is Art Festival, because, you know, you guys know how it is. It's always, there's so much chaoticness. Now it's like you're going from in person to like on the phone trying to see all these channels. So it's definitely something different, but very cool. Very, very cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so let's see. What else have we got going on? I think we called you a little earlier than we usually do.
I think we did.
No, it's okay.
Guys in the Peanut Gallery.
Yeah, the commenters here.
Do you guys have anything you're looking to ask Mindy?
We'll give them a second to kind of get caught up, because there's a little bit of a lag, but anyway, yeah.
But you're a fairly diverse artist. What is your favorite kind of music to be playing? Like, just, I need to feel, I need to get it out. This is my kind of music. What do you think is that for you?
Oh man. So I gotta go with my girl Halsey, you know. For me as an artist, you know, I look up to her a lot, and a lot of people for some reason just compare me at the end of the day to Halsey, and I connect with her songs a lot. So definitely at the end of the day, I'd say definitely Halsey for performing wise, and I always love her expression through her music is cool.
Cool. I feel old, but like I
don't know who Halsey is.
I know, like I've heard the name, but like
Same here.
I could not tell you one of Halsey's songs, or
You're gonna have to listen after the show.
I know that Jasmine likes Halsey. Jasmine is one of our loyal
music children.
Yes,
music
loyal
children.
Music children.
She's the one that calls Ashton. Anyway.
Yeah, so the Peanut Gallery has nothing to say.
But I'm with you that Mindy is a very diverse artist. In fact, to pick a song, because I asked if there was a song like specifically that you wanted to play, I just went on your Spotify and I took like the top song, which is "Drifting Away." And I always record the songs into the board, so I just have to push a button when it's done. So I hear all the songs before we come on the air, and this is a lot different than, you know, a lot of the stuff that I used to hear you play, you know, like I said, you know, years ago at Evening Star or Good Bar, those shows back in the day. I think you've really come a long way, like performance, like songwriting wise, and also like kind of on a like putting together the song. I can't come up with the words in my head right now for what I'm trying to say, but it's a lot more like in depth than just like, you know, you sitting up there with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah. That song, I think that was definitely the point in my career where my whole writing point changed. When I went to because I actually Morgan Song. I don't know if you guys remember that song, but Morgan Song I wrote about a girl in Albany. It was an anti-bullying song, and we put out the music video and we were raising awareness about it. Well, Nathan Walters actually saw the video and called my manager Mike up and was like, hey, you know, we want to bring you guys to Capitol and do this song. And so I started working with Nathan on that song, and that's when the funny thing is, actually, let me take it a couple steps back. The funny thing was is we were supposed to do a different song at Capitol, and maybe like a week before we went to Capitol, I threw this song, I threw Drifting Away at him. He's like, this is the song, this is it. And I love that song. I had a good feeling from it from day one, so I wrote most of it, and then we just decided to co-write it. And from there, I think my whole entire writing process and expression and just everything as an artist just took off and grew from there. And you know, that song to me is just my turning point for sure as an artist, where I really came such a long way for sure.
That's awesome.
I think you've always been kind of a you know, unique blend of styles, because you used to just be up there, you know, rapping with an acoustic guitar. And
Right.
yeah. I used to also do the freestyle. Somebody actually just mentioned that the other day. They want me to do it again. I do like freestyle Fridays on Periscope, where I just like rap and freestyle people's comments. But that's something I'm always gonna do. You know, I feel like that's unique. That's what makes me me. You know, and it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun expression.
All right. We are hearing from the Peanut Gallery. This isn't our normal Peanut Gallery. Jeff Classic Popka asks, how does the creative process work for Mindy?
So the creative process it's crazy, but it's super fun. For me, I think that's the most important process. Is where you find, for me, I find a beat, you know, that I really connect with, or a song that I really like. And once I'm ready and I'm really connecting with the emotion with that song, that's when I'll start writing to it, you know. And I think that's my favorite process, is the really vibing out and finding the direction, and really just coming up with, what are you going to write about? You know, what do you want to tell the world, or what do you want to you know, say as a message. Yeah, and then once I'm done with the song, I think my whole creative process starts over again, because, you know, then the video creative process comes in, and, you know, I like to creatively think about a really interesting, you know, video for it, which is cool. So
Yeah.
kind of a long process, but it's a double creative process. It's just fun. It's fun.
Excellent.
now, is this new record deal, is this going to give you more opportunities to do like speaking engagements? I know you were doing a lot of like local speaking engagements about getting over drug use and things like that. Is that going to kind of give you more opportunity to do that?
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure on the speaking ones, but I know that you know, I've just become part of a bigger family now, you know, and it's a really you know, I'm blessed to be able to have the opportunities, because you know, I'm going to be able to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do, and lots of traveling and shows, and just really cool different, you know, opportunities are going to be coming my way that I wouldn't have had without them. So, you know, big shout out to Indie on Air Records, because, you know, again, I just grew a bigger family. It's a blessing.
Yeah. Okay, so we only have a couple minutes left before we go to the song break. I am wondering, what is a defining moment in your performance career, and what do you look forward to as a defining moment for when you'll know, like, this is it, I've made it, I've reached my goal, you know?
My defining, I mean, I think I have a couple defining moments. One was definitely, you know, going to Capitol, being able to, you know, see, you know, a lot of different things of my favorite artists. You know, I was able to experience a lot there, but I think another moment for me was just signing this, you know, this deal.
Yeah.
You know, it's my first record deal, and, you know, I'm growing with a family, and I think for my future defining moment, you know, for me, my goal, it doesn't stop here. You know, this is definitely not, like I said, I celebrated that night, but once that night was over, now it's time to work, you know, and I think I'm really excited to just create music and make videos and just work hard and just kind of see where this journey takes me. I really don't, you know, I have a lot of goals on my head, but right now I'm just taking it day by day and just working hard, you know, and just seeing where it leads me.
Somehow that was the exact answer I was expecting. Exactly what I thought you were going to answer. All right. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, Mindy.
We definitely want to congratulate you on getting signed to Indie On Air Records.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to see what happens next, and hopefully, you know, you don't get too big for us here at All WNY, so, which we've talked about plenty of times before. So, thank you. Thank you so much. Take care. We're gonna play a song from Mindy Davey now, and this song is called "Drifting Away" on All WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. Thanks, Mindy.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Seeing this life, not sure which way I'm gonna take, which path is right for me. Seeing the signs, feels like I found a better route. Takes me where I'm meant to be. I don't know where we are headed, and I don't know if we can last. And we're both left here to accept it. Oh, can't you see we're drifting away? Losing the strength. Can't you see we're drifting away? I don't know what to say. Can't you see we're drifting? We're believing a lie, thinking that we could honestly be happy living this way. We were dying inside. We gotta know that there's hope. Let's just start walking in faith. I don't know where we are headed. I don't know if we can last. We're both left here to accept it. Oh, can't you see we're drifting away? Losing the strength. Can't you see we're drifting away? I don't know what to say. Can't you see we're drifting? I don't know if I recognize you. You and I are just not the same. I don't know if I recognize you. Can't you see we're drifting away? Losing the strength. Can't you see we're drifting away? I don't know what to say. Can't you see we're drifting away? Losing the strength. Can't you see we're drifting away? I don't know what to say. Can't you see we're drifting?
Mindy Davey on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. That song called "Drifting Away." Great interview. She's come so far just in the last 3 years that we've known her.
Yeah, and you know, like it's not like she ever sucked. It's just like
Right.
her stage presence has gotten exponentially better.
Oh yeah.
Her image has just solidified, and now she's working with some of the, you know, industry professionals who are going to be those to look out for. So
yeah. And we'd like to thank Jeff Classic Popka for chiming in with a question there during the interview too. But yeah, I mean, she's done great things just her entire career. I mean, she was, she had hit rock bottom and just built herself back up from there. And that's, it's great to talk to somebody who's kind of like-minded in the okay, this is where I'm at now. This is, this is not where I'm staying, kind of mentality. I think that's, and it was just what I was talking about before we went to the interview. Yeah. So, very positive show today. Yeah. Very positive show today. Yeah. We're trying to bring positivity into people's lives, and just like Mindy was talking about, with needing to spread some positivity in these negative times. Yeah. So, but great to hear from her, and really excited for her and her new opportunity, and hopefully things will continue to go well for her. Yeah. And
hopefully she adjusts to the new way of the music industry.
Yeah, it seems like she's having
she seems to be doing okay.
She's she's talking about she got invested in all this new equipment, new video equipment and audio equipment and everything like that. And that's what you got to do. You got to invest in yourself. That's if nobody else is gonna pay for you to follow your dreams, I guess. That's it's just like, I got all this money tied up in all this equipment because I'm like, fuck, I don't have to work. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to go to a job. I don't have to, worry
9
about
to 5.
Yeah, I don't gotta be anywhere at any specific time as long as I'm here within 48 hours, 24 hours, whatever it is to record stuff. Yeah. So, you gotta invest in yourself. That's why I just bought a $700 laptop. That's why the Buffalo Sabres just traded Marcus Johansson for Eric Stahl of the Minnesota Wild. Literally just happened while we were doing that interview. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. We got a veteran player coming to the team with some playoff experience, and hopefully that'll help once the next NHL regular season starts. Obviously, we're still knee-deep in the Eastern Conference Final between the Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning right now. Yeah. Going to Game 6 tomorrow night. Dallas, the team that I picked to win it all. Right. In the Stanley Cup Final, waiting the winner of this.
Just waiting.
And I was talking to a Stars fan yesterday. Yes, I associate with Stars fans as much as I don't want to. Not my cousin, no. I do have a cousin who's a Stars fan, but that was not who I was interacting with. Former board hockey fan writer Chris Cooley from Australia is a Dallas Stars fan. His team name when we were in fantasy hockey together was Golden Brett's Skate, just to dig at me as a Sabres fan. But I said, he said, I don't know how this weight is going to affect things, because they won a couple of days ago and now they got to wait for this other series to finish before they can play their series and hopefully for them win the Stanley Cup. I'd be okay with any of these three teams winning. Yeah. But I predicted Dallas 2 rounds ago. Okay. So I'm sticking with that. I think they're playing really well, and they're able to bounce back from any setbacks, just like Mindy Davey. Oh, wow. Look at that!
Bringing it all together.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do a podcast. Anyway, that's good podcasting. Anyway. Yeah, so, but then, once this is all wrapped up and we find out about what next season's going to look like, NFL season started this past weekend. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah. Anyway. So 2 observations here, okay? 2 observations. One, there was no preseason. There was no, chance to kind of get a rhythm going with, receivers and things like that. So it was... so the 49ers game was not exactly how, fans of the team would have liked it to go, or how the team would have liked it to go. But they're playing, lesser teams over the next few weeks and may be able to kind of, make up for that loss while also kind of getting timing down and getting things back to the well-oiled machine that made it to the Super Bowl last year. Right. Okay. Second of all, the team they're playing next week is the New York Jets. who are the team that the Bills beat barely this past week. And you asked me, you weren't home, you said, who won did the Bills win? And I said, no, the Jets lost. And you said, what do you mean by that? And I said, well, the Bills sucked. But the Jets sucked worse. So the Jets lost. The Bills won the game, but I mean, what are they going to do against
less?
What are they going to do against a better team? And now the other observation I want to make is I see a ton of Bills fans, okay, and they're all posting about how Tom Brady sucked in his debut with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints the other day. They're all talking about how Tom Brady sucked. And what they don't realize is that it was never Tom Brady that was Buffalo's problem with the New England Patriots. It was Bill Belichick, who is still there and has a phenomenal younger quarterback now in Cam Newton, who, if he can stay healthy, New England is still a terrible threat in the AFC East. So I don't know why these Bills fans are like, oh, we're going to win because Tom Brady's not in our division anymore. No, you still have the threat of the New England Patriots. As much as I hate the Patriots, just as much as everybody else does, they're still a threat. They're still a team to worry about and fear because they still have that system in place that made Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski a threat. But they've got a better quarterback. And that's not to take anything away from Tom Brady, who won six Super Bowls or whatever, but also lost 2. But everybody wants to say he's the greatest of all time. Hey, you know how many Super Bowls Joe Montana lost? 0. Anyway, I digress. But I think Bills fans are looking in the wrong place for solace in, this is going to be our year because the Patriots, because Tom Brady's gone. No, this is not going to be your year because now you've got Cam Newton to deal with. So,
Cam Newton, that's a band.
That's Canton, and this is Cam Newton. That's 2 words, Cam Newton. Anyway,
my bad.
Yeah.
I'm just missing the music scene.
Me too. I am so. We're trying to find out if we might be playing a show next month. Maybe, hopefully. We're just not to put pressure on anybody. But we're in talks, and hopefully, so I actually so they've been doing. I guess I can't really talk about this.
No.
So they've been doing drink specials at Rapids. Our dear friend Meredith went to one of the drink specials at Rapids.
Okay.
Took some pictures. And I said, hey, I'm just curious, how do you feel being there? Like, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel safe? So as far as distancing and mask wearing and all that, do you feel safe when you're there? And she said, yeah, everybody was following the rules. Everybody stayed in their seats. If they got up, they wore their masks. The seats were spaced apart. So, yeah, I felt very safe.
That's good.
So, credit where it's due. And that was a concern of mine if we were to take this opportunity to do something incidentally at a a small gathering of paying drinkers. I guess it's up to you, how safe you feel going to a venue, how comfortable you feel going out in public and being around people. And I was watching this fantastic video from Minute Physics the other day on YouTube. Which is a great scientific channel if you're into science-y stuff. Mm-hmm. But I got this recommended video from them, and it was about the percentages when you wear a mask.
Okay.
And how effective wearing masks would be, depending on how many people wear them.
Okay.
And it's like, if everybody wears masks that are like 50% effective, it's 75% effective in killing off the virus, in preventing the virus. If everybody wears masks that are 50% effective, and they go into the math and everything, again, that's Minute Physics on YouTube. So look them up maybe after the show, check that out, and just kind of get this idea of like how effective just wearing a mask, just wearing anything over your face to prevent these germs from spreading, how effective that would be.
That your germs are attached to.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And so like they're saying if you wear a mask that is 50% effective, and everybody wears a mask that's 50% effective, no, which is not like an N95. They said a 50% effective mask is like the equivalent of a cloth face covering worn well, or an N95 worn poorly.
Oh.
And so they said, that would be like 60% effective. So they're saying if everybody wore a 50% effective mask, and when they were interacting with other people who are also wearing masks, it would be 75% effective in preventing the spread of the virus. And we'd be able to get rid of the virus. But Americans are fucking stupid. And
the virus isn't real.
And want to believe that this isn't real and that, wearing a mask makes you look weak. No, it makes you look smart, you fucking idiots. Oh, but I can't wear a mask. I have respiratory problems. Yeah, you know what? You're going to have worse respiratory problems if you don't fucking wear your mask and help stop the spread of this virus.
You think a mask is uncomfortable? Try a fucking respirator.
Exactly. So, I mean, wear your fucking masks. It's not that hard.
Respirators are hard.
Sure. I'm sure they are.
Those are like the things. They're like the things with the balloon that goes down in.
Oh yeah,
right? Is that the thing?
I don't think so, but
it breathes for you.
I mean, if it gets to that extreme, yeah, that would suck. But I mean, respirators, like the thing the face mask, breathing with oxygen kind of stuff. But anyway. But seriously, guys, wear your masks and we can be done with this shit. We can have Halloween and we can have Christmas and we can have shows and we can have movies and we can have. I know Jasmine really wants Christmas. And we can have all these great things that we're missing out on because you idiots aren't wearing fucking masks.
Yeah.
All right, so just, if we wear the masks, the chances of spreading the virus drop drastically.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's science. So and let's put it this way. Let's put this out there. Okay, let's say that this virus is fake. This is all a worldwide conspiracy against Donald Trump. Let's for argument's sake say that this is all a giant conspiracy against Donald Trump. Okay?
Okay.
What if it's not? Okay,
right.
what harm is it doing to you to wear a mask on the off chance that, the entire world, not just the country, is conspiring against the president of the United States? What harm does it do to wear a mask and be courteous and hope just in case? Because, maybe there's a smidgen. I mean, even Donald Trump's been pictured wearing a mask now.
Even if COVID were to not be real, we're looking at flu season right now.
Let me tell you this. Let me see if this is still up here.
We're looking at the season where people get sick anyways. So would it hurt so much to, we know that coughs and sneezes and sniffles spread germs. Would it be so stupid to just wear a mask?
I had this article up during the song break and I closed it, but it was... one of the dudes from Oasis is like, I won't wear a mask. Fuck that guy then. Fuck him. Fuck his band. They suck anyway. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Anyway. Yeah. Really, I actually kind of like Oasis, but fuck that guy if he's not going to wear a mask. Right. There we go. Ex-Oasis guitarist Noel Gallagher won't wear a mask amid coronavirus pandemic. Calls it... Let me open the article here. Sorry for the plosives there, because I'm talking directly into the mic. Calls it cowardly.
Cowardly.
It doesn't make you cowardly. It makes you fucking smart. If you want to catch coronavirus, idiot, go ahead.
Yeah, because it's so badass to have a respiratory infection.
Uh-huh. Jasmine has asthma and wears a mask without bitching. And I can confirm this because she's been to our house.
Yes. People also say that anxiety issues... Well, you know what? I have anxiety issues, and I am so understanding of anxiety issues. But if your anxiety issues are so bad that you can't wear a mask, your anxiety issues are so bad that you can't leave the house.
Listen, if you can't wear a mask, if you are incapable of wearing a mask, okay? Right? You're incapable. You can't breathe. It triggers your anxiety. It brings back bad memories, whatever the fuck, right? If you can't wear a mask, stay home. Okay? And like, oh, but I can't stay home. I got to do grocery shopping. There's Instacart.
There's things. People are adjusting.
Yeah.
We have ways around it now.
Whatever your issue is, if you have to go out, wear a mask. And if you can't wear a mask, stay home. You can get everything literally delivered to you. Almost literally anything. I'm sure you can't get like plutonium or something.
I don't know. Let's try.
No. I would prefer to stay off government watch lists.
Then why are you with me?
I don't know. Because I like you.
You like me.
Anyway. Yeah, so, but yeah, seriously, wear a fucking mask. It's not that hard. Yeah. A lot of you, it's an improvement. Just saying. Anyway. Yeah.
You're a jerk.
Well, you know.
Don't act like that. You're not really a jerk.
Get that bottom half of your face covered up and you
Yeah.
look much better. Make sure it goes over your nose, okay?
Yeah.
Make sure it goes, that's the proper way. You have it goes over your nose and over your mouth. Okay? So that like nothing coming out is going out and things that are coming in are blocked, you know? Like that's the whole point. You don't want to get breathed on, you don't want to breathe in things people are breathing out, and you don't want to breathe out on people and get them sick. Okay?
Okay.
Easy enough. And if you have trouble, maybe you could call this COVID hotline. I don't know.
That is a good point.
Maybe they'll explain it to you. 1-844-863-9314.
Yeah, if you're having trouble understanding what the regulations are, why they're there, and if you're having trouble adjusting to them, this hotline can help you. And also, most of us are past this point, but if you need some medical help and you don't know how to go about getting it, it's a little trickier right now. If you rely on like Medicaid cabs and stuff like that, you know, things are just going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But this hotline can help put people on the right track. And we have those other hotlines. If you're having substance abuse problems, ODs have skyrocketed, and you know that's never fun. There's a suicide hotline. What else was there? Just a crisis hotline?
A crisis hotline, yeah. Which we've done some work with Crisis Services before, and they're a fantastic organization. You know, they were very thankful that we were able to raise some money for them at a couple of years ago. We did a show for them.
Yep.
Sent us a nice thank you letter and everything. So
that's right, they did.
They're a great organization.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess the whole outlook on this show is, you know, just care about other people.
Yeah.
You know, like worry about it, like focus on you, you know, and your. I guess that's kind of the opposite of what I said before the last song break. But seriously, like you know, worry about you first. Okay, like do what you got to do to be happy, but do it in a way that doesn't hurt other people.
Yeah,
that I think that's kind of the takeaway here, right?
Yeah.
So like, you know, yeah, go out, have fun, but make sure you wear your mask, be safe about it. Keep your distance if you can. You know, like I right now am like dying to go to Revolver Records, but I'm not dying to get on a bus or take an Uber to like Elmwood just to go buy records when I can just literally go on Discogs and find anything I want.
Yeah,
you
that's true.
Like,
but there's just the experience of flipping through the records.
Exactly.
I can understand that.
Exactly. But there's also, I'm not an asshole and I don't want to get sick because I don't want to get you sick.
I know, and thank you.
Yeah. Had a little worried about that this week, weren't we?
Oh my gosh.
Should we talk about that?
No.
Okay. We're good.
Everybody's good.
We're good.
Everyone's okay.
Yeah, no, we don't have it. We're good. But anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah, very positive show today. Positive. Everybody think positive and be positive and you know, conquer your demons and fight through and be, you know, be yourself and be fun and have fun and enjoy life. Do what you can to do that, you know? Just don't hurt other people. That's the only rule. Don't hurt other people. Don't, you know, don't tell other people, you know, that things that have no effect on anybody's life but their own. You know, don't tell them that it's wrong or bad or anything like that. Okay? So like, you know, if you got you know, like, oh, well, you know, don't be fucking pro-life. That's fucking stupid. Okay? Like, somebody, like, that's got nothing to do with you. Science has already proven that this is not an actual child. Like, there was another thing that had just briefly come to mind that I meant to say, and that's just like, what am I talking about? Okay, I guess I'm talking about this now. Yeah. Yeah, the LGBTQ plus community. Somebody posted the other day that somebody was like really, you know, trying to get at him on the internet. A friend of mine from high school, and I'm like, dude, I can't understand the hatred towards the LGBTQ plus community. Like, what you do in the privacy of your bedroom is not my fucking business. Like,
I have always felt that way.
It's not something I'm into, but hey, man, do you?
You know, whatever makes you happy.
If you and another consenting adult of any you know, gender are like, hey, let's go have sex, like consensual sex, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do it. You know what I mean? Like,
do it.
You know, like, that's none of my fucking business.
Do it safely.
You do it safely, exactly. But it's none of my business. None of my business. It does not affect my life in any way whatsoever. And I don't get, like, the Christian aspect of this either, of, like, oh, well, you know, it's against my religion, so they shouldn't be able to do it. I'll tell you what. You know what? If two guys or girls or whatever, you know, two consenting adults having sex that's not between a male and a female, right? If that's, you know, a sin and you're going to hell, what the fuck do you care if they go to hell? That's more heaven for you, right? It's not your, like, oh, but I have to save them. No, the fuck you don't. You worry about you getting into heaven or whatever the fuck you believe in.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like them going to hell does not affect you going to heaven, okay? I guess maybe they think, oh, well, if I don't try to help them, I won't get in. Well, what fucking kind of God would allow that? I don't know. Am I wrong here?
Forcing your opinion on someone else and sharing your opinion are different things.
Sure. Hey,
and
I think
sharing your opinion is totally fine.
Yeah. But seriously, if two gay guys are going to go to hell and you're a Christian and you think they're going to go to hell, why is that any of your fucking business? Well, if they want to
aspect of their relationship,
maybe they're Satanists, which Satanists don't believe in that shit anyway. So, you know, I don't know. Why are the Satanists always the ones that are right about everything?
There's something to that.
Yeah. There's something about that. But anyway, yeah, your mom says we're great. Anyway,
I'm glad somebody thinks so.
Yeah. I don't know, but seriously though, am I wrong? Am I somebody has an abortion? Okay, like if there is a hell and they're going there, it's none of my business.
No, it's not.
None of my fucking business.
If it was your child that was being aborted, I would say it's your business.
Right. I would hope to have a say in this. You know what I mean? But if it's somebody I don't know, I'm not going to go stand outside of fucking Planned Parenthood and protest because somebody else needs to go have a medical procedure.
Right.
Somebody I don't know. I'm not going to go protest and be like, oh, you're going to hell and you're wrong. I don't care if you're going to hell. I don't care. I just don't. It is not my job to save your fucking soul and get you into heaven. Okay? Like, I'm probably going to hell with you, so who cares?
That's where the party's gonna be.
It is, exactly. All my friends will be there.
Yeah.
The fuck do I want to go to heaven for? Anyway. Anyways, next song is from a band called Shadowborn, who have just released a new album called Eclipsed that is available now. And the song is called Blood Moon. And I'm stalling for 3 more seconds because it's not quite 7:30 yet. There it is. All right, here we go. It's Shadowborn, Blood Moon on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show.
Blood moon. devil's blood moon.
That was Shadowborn on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show, a song called Blood Moon.
That was Rick's pick.
Okay.
Rick Horton from the Metallic Onslaught out of Rochester.
They're a Rochester-based band, I believe. New album out now called Eclipsed. Catch that on their Bandcamp and wherever else, I guess. We're looking at, I'm looking at pop punk albums on online. Like, I might buy this. And then you're like, that one's sold out. I'm like, damn it. So now I'm like, okay, I guess I'm buying some Blink-182 instead. They got the new Green Day album on here, though, the Father of All You Motherfuckers, which is I paid like half the price that it is on here, which is already a really cheap price.
Okay.
I paid like half of that, just expecting like this album is gonna fucking suck, because their last like 5 albums sucked. And this one, from this, like everything I heard, it's like, okay, what the fuck happened to Green Day? What's this indie rock bullshit? And then I put it on and I listened to it and I'm like, this is like their best album in years. And I'm really glad I bought it.
I did not listen to it.
No, but I really enjoyed it. There's some stuff on here that we have, though, like Rancid Out Come the Wolves, Rancid Indestructible. I'm looking just through this Bouncing Souls, Hopeless Romantic. I just got that one a couple of weeks ago. I love that. Love that album. That's a great album.
Great one.
What else do we got here? That's Green Day, Father of All, and Boxcar Racer's great album. But I'm probably gonna grab Enema of the State, Blink-182, and I don't know. I'm thinking about Fall Out Boy, American Beauty, American Psycho.
Okay.
Just because I'm pretty sure that's the album that's got Centuries on it. It's a good song. Yeah, anyway, but enough of my shopping. Yeah, I've been getting some good vinyl from just one seller.
Yeah.
Been like, I get 2 albums from him. Like, all right, what are the next 2 I'm buying from him? And he'll send me little drawings and stuff. And I showed you the one a few weeks ago. The last one he sent was a wizard, and before that was a devil. Mm-hmm. So, the latest one was the devil. The one before that was the wizard.
Okay.
So I've just been putting them up behind Scorpion and Sub-Zero over there on my shelf. But
I see.
But yeah, he's I've been buying from the same guy like $50 every week, at least. I think one week I spent like $100 just because it's like, oh, this got here way sooner than I thought it was going to. Okay, I guess I'm buying my next 2 now. But all these great punk albums that I've been really, wanting to get into, and just like, these are bands I should have been listening to when I was younger. And I got Suicidal Tendencies self-titled album.
Yeah.
And I saw Suicidal when I was 18. And, like, they were it was my first Warped Tour. I only went and saw, like, 5 bands. I was wandering around the rest of the time because it was, like, blazing hot. There was no shade. You guys who have been to the LaSalle Park Warped and Edgefest, you guys know all about that. But we're walking around, and there's no drinking fountain, so you actually have to pay for water and shit. And we're 18, we got no fucking money, so we're wandering around like, maybe I was, I might have been 17 because it was 1999, so I would have been like 17 in the summer and going on 18. So yeah, 17 years old, and I'm seeing Suicidal Tendencies, and the only song I know by them is Institutionalized, which I don't think they played. And I'm just like, well, that was kind of disappointing. And now, that I'm older and I'm in a punk band, and I'm like, okay, I want to listen to like as much punk as I possibly can. And so one of the things I wanted to do was get Suicidal Tendencies self-titled album that had Institutionalized on it, because I'm like, I want to hear the rest of this. Mm-hmm. And I want to get to know some of these songs I don't know, because I've heard like other songs, like, there's a song in the Tony Hawk soundtrack from them that's just like, oh man, this song's really good, but it's not on that album. So I broke out the album and I'm listening to it, and I got like inspired, and I'm like starting to play, like, write stuff
That's good.
Because it's like, okay, this is the shit I need to be listening to. And then, like, later that night, Brian posted that he's like, hey, I bought this album a long time ago, and I never bothered to listen to it until just now. And I'm like, dude, it's so good. He's like, yeah, it's real good. I like it. I really dig it. Like, yeah, it's awesome. It's fucking badass. Like, it's a great album. I also got, like, Fugazi's self-titled EP. It's got Waiting Room on it. Mm-hmm. Great album. I picked up some Bouncing Souls, some Dead Kennedys, you know, just stuff like, you know, I've heard songs from these artists, and I'm like, I need to listen to more of this. Like Bad Religion, I just got a Bad Religion album, and the reason I picked this particular album was like half the songs on it were in Crazy Taxi, the video game, which was like one of my favorite games. And the entire soundtrack was Bad Religion and The Offspring.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I got all these Bad Religion songs from Crazy Taxi. Now I got to buy Ixnay on the Hombre. Because that's the other half of the Crazy Taxi soundtrack.
Oh.
You know? So, which I have on CD, of course, because I love The Offspring. I've always loved The Offspring.
Yeah.
I've seen them a bunch of times, too. You know, that the Offspring is a weird band for me to see because of the song Gone Away. I had seen them a few weeks before my grandfather passed.
Oh.
So, you know, like, and then he passed, and like the day I found out he passed, I had realized I lost the girl's number that I got at the Offspring show.
Oh.
So I was like, man, this day sucks. And then I got home and got the phone call, and I'm like, damn, this day really sucks. You know, and so, you know, the next time I saw The Offspring and they played Gone Away, I'm like, oh, shit, I can't fucking do this. You know, like, and it's been that way anytime I've seen The Offspring since then. I've seen them maybe 3-4 times since then.
Yeah.
So, you know, first time I saw them, though, was at the Burt Flickinger Center downtown Buffalo. You know, where the ECC sports complex there.
Yep.
And it was the Americana tour, I think. And so they had the dude from the Pretty Fly for a White Guy video dancing for Pretty Fly for a White Guy, and they had like bubbles blowing everywhere and all this kind of stuff. It was fun. Yeah. It was one of the most fun shows I've ever been to. Actually, I just got yesterday, I got an Aquabats record. I got the new Aquabats Kooky Spooky. I actually ordered it the day it came out, forgot about it because it took so long to get here. And like, I forgot about it. And then I started seeing like sponsored ads for like, oh, get it on glow in the dark vinyl. I'm like, I ordered a regular vinyl, and where the fuck is it? And then I checked, and it was like, oh, it was shipped. It was shipped on the 9th, and it was like the 10th that I started seeing these ads, and was complaining like, where the fuck's my record? But it's like, we don't have a tracking number for you. Contact customer service. Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a week, and if I don't hear from them, I'll call customer service or whatever. So, finally, like just a couple of days ago, they emailed everybody, and they're like, hey, we had an issue with our system. This is your tracking number. You know, we apologize. Let us know if you need anything else. And so I popped in the tracking number, and it's like, it'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, cool. Aquabats. And the funny thing about it is, like, I got it yesterday, and yesterday was like the 1-year anniversary of I saw the Aquabats and MC Lars and Cuckoo Kangaroo at Town Ballroom.
Yeah.
And also over the weekend, or like, you know, late last week, I had found my ticket stub from when I saw them at the Icon in 2005, 2004, whenever it was, 2005, I think it was. So,
wow.
Yeah, like it's been a very Aquabats couple of days for me. And I fucking love the Aquabats. There was a guy on Let's Make a Deal. I think Friday it might have been.
I love that show.
Guy wearing full Aquabats gear on Let's Make a Deal. I wasn't watching the show, but I saw it in like a ska group that we're both in.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Somebody shared the picture, and I'm like, hey, look, I called you in here. I'm like, hey, look, guy on, and it was 11 o'clock, so the show was just ending when I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like I wish I would have seen this like half an hour ago. I would have tuned in. See this dude in the Aquabats gear in the fucking crowd at Let's Make a Deal. You know, but I love the Aquabats. They're a fantastic band, and for a while it took me a little bit to get past Like, the album that got me into them was Myths, Legends, and Other Amazing Adventures Volume 1. And the song that got me into them was a song called I Fell Asleep on My Arm, which is a parody of nu metal. And it took me a while to kind of get past that and realize, like, what the fuck the Aquabats actually were.
Yeah.
And then when I saw them the first time, it's like, oh, I get it. And then they had their TV show and all this other stuff. It's just like, oh, man, like, this band is so cool. And I never owned any of their albums until I saw them last year and bought Super Rad. Mm-hmm. Or Attack of the Aquabats, anyway, which has Super Rad on it. So, like, after I listened to Kooky Spooky, I'm like, all right, like, I don't know what I want to listen to now, but I'm going to let Discogs pick. And Discogs is like, you want to listen to the Aquabats? Like, yes, I fucking do. So I put on, The Fury of the Aquabats. It's like, yeah, all right, great stuff. What's funny is Discogs right now, if I go on Discogs, I have it set up so it gives me recommendations, and it'll recommend 5 records at a time. So to show me recommendations. Now, the funny thing is, this is the second time in a row, because it'll refresh like once a week or so, or like once I get a new record or whatever. This is the second time in a row it's given me 3 records I actually own. Oh. And in this case, it's Billy Joel, The Stranger, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, and Cheap Trick at Budokan. And then the other ones it's recommending are Billy Joel, Glass Houses, which I've clicked on because I'm like, oh, maybe I do want to own that.
Yeah.
And then Boston's self-titled EP, or album, rather.
That wouldn't suck.
Wouldn't suck for you, I guess. I don't, They have some good stuff. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
So, but this Billy Joel record.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Billy Joel record. It's got, what was the song I knew on it? It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. So I'm like, all right, yeah, okay, that might be good. I'm still trying to get the album that's got We Didn't Start the Fire on it, but like I would like to pay way less than $30 for a used copy. So that's been the tricky part. That's kind of why I want to go to Revolver and like see if I can find it in the bins. Yeah. Like okay, I can buy this record now, but I would pay like what I would pay for a new record. And I don't really want to do that because I don't like Billy Joel that much. I like Billy Joel. I really do, and I own a bunch of his records, and that's why it's recommending Glass Houses to me. But like, I don't want to pay $30 for an album where I know one song.
That song is Still Rock and Roll to Me. We sang that, I think it was my senior year in chorus. Mm-hmm. We sang that song. It was fun. And
this album, Glass Houses, it's got It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. 76 for sale on vinyl, starting at $1.49. But the album that's got We Didn't Start the Fire, that one is just like $30, like cheapest in the US. Like I could get it from like England for cheaper, but if I'm gonna
have shipping,
I gotta. Well, it's not even the shipping. Like it's coming from like Spain, so like not England but Spain, and in Spain is like $14 for shipping. And the album's going to cost you like $3. Here in the States, it's like $4 for shipping, but the album's going to cost you $30. So it's like, what the fuck? Why is it cheaper for me to get this album from Spain than it is to get it in the U.S.?
Yeah.
And I love that song. And you're talking about you did this song in chorus or whatever. We did. We Didn't Start the Fire as a social studies project.
That's awesome.
In middle school. Everybody got a line from the song. Mine was Rock and Roller Cola Wars. So my project was about the Cola Wars and about Pepsi versus Coke.
Okay.
And I mean,
Pepsi won.
I don't know what side you guys think I might be on, but it wasn't the one that's consistently winning.
Not sponsored.
Nope. Anyway. What's funny, though, is Pepsi actually caught up to Coke. In the 80s, they caught up to Coke.
Okay.
But now I know you're all out there, you're thinking, well, why is Coke still so far ahead then if Pepsi caught up? And I'll tell you why. Because depending on who you ask, this is either the biggest blunder in corporate history, or it's the smartest marketing campaign ever devised. New Coke. Pepsi was catching up to Coke. So what Coke did was they said, okay, well, you guys like Pepsi. We're going to change our formula, and we're going to release it as new Coke. So they changed the Coca-Cola formula to be closer to Pepsi, as Pepsi's gaining market share and catching up, right? Coke says, we're going to change our formula. So now if you want Coca-Cola, like original tasting Coca-Cola, you can't get it. It is gone. Coke got rid of it. They brought in this new flavor, new Coke. It tastes like Pepsi. So Pepsi's like, oh yeah, see, even Coke wants to be like us. Yeah, see, that's why we're gonna win. We're gonna take over and we're gonna win. So many people complained that Coke changed their formula, that Coke released Coca-Cola Classic.
I remember that.
And like just sold so much Coca-Cola Classic that it blew Pepsi out of the water and put Coke in an thus far insurmountable lead even 30 years later. And so was this the biggest blunder ever, getting rid of the original flavor of Coke? Or was this just a brilliant marketing strategy?
Yeah.
And there, it could be either one. Could be either one. I personally don't know. I don't know which side I want to fall on here. But it's, undeniable that it worked.
Yeah.
Because
right.
Coke is still, one of the top brands in the entire world.
Right.
So, not that Pepsi's, not a huge brand all around the world, but it's not Coke.
Right.
That would be like saying Burger King's huge around the world, but, and trying to compare it to McDonald's.
Yeah.
But, that's, it is what it is. I like those kind of corporate stories like that. And, that new Coke story, I'm loving it. There you go, 90s catchphrase. Marketing phrase. I told you. Because, dude, I'm getting Adele. Anyway, I texted my buddy John. I was like, hey, you'll appreciate this. I just bought a laptop. Guess what? Dude, I'm getting Adele. Because he always used to say that all the time because we had like Dell monitors on the computers at work. Ya? Yeah. So anyway. But yeah, so yeah, that's a great story if you didn't know it. I'm sure you all knew it because it's a very famous story, but it's always fun to talk about these kind of things. But yeah, we did that was part of we didn't start the fire. I got the Cola Wars thing, and that was my whole
cool.
So I'm sitting there with my little typewriter typing it up. So I used to have a typewriter.
Did you have actual typewriter paper, or did you just do it on line paper like I did?
No, I had actual typewriter paper.
Oh, we just used line paper.
No. I had actual typewriter paper.
Yeah. And then when we switched to a computer and the printer had the perforated...
like inkjet printers and laser printers had been a thing for a number of years before I got into the hotel business. Mm-hmm. And like one of the hotels I worked at had inkjet printer or actually might have had a laser printer. But the other hotel that the owners owned that I occasionally worked at had one of those fucking dot matrix printers. Oh. And me being the auditor, it's my job to print out all this fucking shit. So I got to sit there every night, and I got to give myself plenty of time to print this stuff because it's going to go... And so, there was not only that, but we had to actually back up everything to floppy drive.
Oh, my God, no.
Yeah.
Cleaning out my mom's basement, I found some floppy disks.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going to be able to read those because...
I know. I thought of that. And
I built a computer. Madison was, real little. Uh-huh. So this was, maybe 12, 13 years ago. I built a computer, right? And it was my first time building a computer. So I'm like, all right, I got to get, I got to get all this stuff. I got to get a CD drive and I got to get a floppy drive. It was so hard to find a floppy drive.
Even then?
Even then, like 12 years ago. And I'm like, why the fuck is it so hard to find a floppy drive? And it's because nobody's fucking using floppy drives anymore. Just like now, if you go to buy a computer, it's hard to find a computer with a disk drive. I'm pretty sure the one I bought doesn't have one.
Yeah?
Doesn't have a disc drive.
None.
No CD drive. Nope.
None.
Nope. No CD. I was looking at one that had like a DVD burner, but it turned out it was like, this is an older model. Like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I don't know if I want an older model because I'm trying to get past having an old laptop.
Right, right.
So, but yeah, it turned out like that was. Just want to see how long the song. Oh, the song's only 3 minutes. Okay, so anyway, but so it turned out like you can't even buy a laptop with a CD drive anymore, which kind of sucks.
It does.
And like part of me is like, maybe I should just buy a DVD, like an external DVD drive, because like if I get a CD of something that isn't like on Bandcamp or anything, and I want to play it, like say I don't know, the Dreadnecks Fishing with Dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Then I don't have to go use your computer to do it, or I don't have to like throw a flash drive in my CD player and do it or anything like that. I can just like, okay, let me, because my stereo will let me do that for whatever reason. I can record to a flash drive. I'd like to record directly to my computer. Mm-hmm. Just rip it straight to the computer. That would be ideal. So like, but there's not even a place. I was actually reading an article about this. There's not even a place in modern computer cases. Mm-hmm. Computer towers. There's like one on the market you can buy that's got a space for a CD drive.
Wow.
One. That's like a newer model that's not, that's got all the features that you want, like your USB ports up front and all that. There is one on the market apparently, and it's a very expensive model apparently.
Wow. From
what I've read. Like this, I would not be able to put a CD drive in this computer. I would have to get an external, set it on top, set it off to the side, something like that, like I'm doing with my, external hard drive. So, that's a thing now. You can't get CD drives.
I didn't realize they were that obsolete of a technology.
You can't get CD drives, you can't get floppy. I mean, you can get these things, but you can't you can't build them into modern machines. Ugh. And like, I'm just happy that my new laptop's going to have a, SD card reader. So if I go take pictures or something, I can take the SD card out and pop it in instead of having to do it through USB and all that shit, But yeah, it's kind of, it's crazy that you can't, all this shit that was just like, ubiquitous, you can't do anymore. You can't get.
Ubiquitous. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Spell it.
I don't have time for that. We got to get to the song.
Aww.
This is Turkey Blaster Omega, and I'm playing them just because I like them. I watched them the other day. They were playing a Streetlight Manifesto cover.
Ooh.
And I was like watching, doing the Spotify thing the other night, and I'm like, oh, hey, Streetlight's on this playlist I'm listening to. What's the name of the song that Turkey Blaster did the other day? And then I looked it up, and I'm like, okay, cool, I want to get this on vinyl, but all the Streetlight vinyls are like $25-$30.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So it's like, all right, I kind of want this, but I kind of don't want to spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
All right, even though it's not that I don't have it, I just don't want to part with it, I guess. But anyway, this is Turkey Blaster Omega, and this song is called Wonderland on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show, and we will see you next week.
Seems to want to take me over too much, you see, and I don't want to let myself go. And I don't want to suffer the consequences.
What would be the consequence?
That's an interesting question.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go!
I feel as though there's some very definite driving me, spiraling arrows going to a smart. I don't know how much I'm seeing or how much I'm pretending to see.
Now I always pictured Wonderland as a place to go forget every little bow. That's why I said to touch in the rain. How can you go through little doors when it's standing 10 feet tall? Sitting easy feet, you get that smart, it's hard to change it all. People spend too much time talking about the wrong things. I can barely listen for more than a minute and they never care what I think. Too much about things, but I left the red. If the broken parts are gonna quit, hard to say. Oh, with your head, I get lost in play and pretend. And sometimes it's too easy. Get lost in your own end of the day until the sun comes up.
Our conflict is that I want to limit this and you want to...
And I want to have it go on
and on and on and on.
Yes.
Now there's no use going back to yesterday. I was a different person then. Change will come, but it isn't fun, and it's all about the end. The reality and what you see by the smile in the door. Cause it's something worse than just a verse that makes us fall apart. People spend too much time looking through the mirror. The very few already knew that we were already mad out here. You can do what you want with them. It's not in the game to play. Chance of cards and the track of doors. All that's left to say. I get lost in play and pretend. And sometimes it's too easy. Get lost in your own head. To go down rabbit holes that shouldn't have been done. You'll be okay by the end of the day until the sun comes up.
This experience was getting to be a little overwhelming, is that right?
Well,